So the word, what is the word? It literally means, like the ESV says, it literally means puffed up, swollen, distended, pushed out beyond its proper place. This is a kind of crude example, maybe I shouldn't use it, but it's kind of like your stomach when you have a whole lot of gas. You know what I'm talking about? Or if you've got a baby, little babies, their stomachs are so small, so if they get gas, it's like, it's real tight. That's the idea, an organ that's been pumped full of air. Just imagine your stomach being pumped full of air and the kind of pain that causes. You know what I'm talking about? The inflammation in the body. Do you know that inflammation is one of the chief sources of pain in our physical bodies? When something is inflamed in your body, it is painful. That's what Paul is saying is wrong with the ego. The ego is really puffed up and it's overinflated, and that's why it's always in pain. And so I want to illustrate it with just this balloon. If this balloon is your ego, and Paul is saying the brokenness of the human ego is that it's full of hot air. And you were to blow this ego up, then you know that with an ego this stretched, all it would take is just a little bitty pop, right? And the ego would be totally undone. Or just a little bitty, you just release it just a little bit, and the ego is totally undone. And Paul is saying this is the human ego. So you want to be careful, and you want to pursue healing in the ego, but to get the healing of the ego, you've got to, one, understand what's wrong with it, and two, you've got to understand how pressing into the gospel of Jesus Christ actually allows for and promotes the healing of the ego. So what's wrong with the ego?